Hi everybody, welcome back to Shell and Beach Walk, 7-part series on common local shells. Back with our final segment, and here we have a piece of a shell. It's called a Junonia, and the reason there's only a piece of it is because it's the rarest shell on the beach. I'm going to show you a picture of it in a shell guide. There it is. That's the Junonia. It's a very elegant shell, very beautiful, but I've only found pieces, and most people will never find a whole one. It's quite rare. It lives very far out, many miles offshore, and by the time it gets to our beach, it's usually broken. So even if you find a piece, that's a really good find, a Junonia. This is called an alphabet comb. This is the other one that actually can sting you if it's alive, so you want to be careful of that, but it is quite a beautiful shell. And just a reminder of our beach rule at Shell and Beach Walks: if you don't know if you're not positive what something is, you just don't touch it. You take a picture and then you research it, and that way you never have any problems. This one is called a shark eye, or a moon snail, and it does kind of look like an eye, doesn't it? Looks a little bit like an eye looking at you. So again, these are all gastropods that we've talked about the last couple series. And something I want to show you now, this is, remember from the first series, this is a cross-barred Venus, but it's got a pretty perfect hole in it, right? And a lot of people ask me about these. They say, where does that hole come from? Well, believe it or not, it comes from our friend the shark eye. And what happens is the shark eye gastropods have a large foot. They look like a snail. They're actually a marine snail. There are land snails and marine snails. So they have a big foot, and he takes a hold onto the shell. The shell would be alive because it's going to eat it. And what it does is, once it's got a hold on this shell, it secretes a little drop of acid, and that's where it can bore a hole. It's got a very sharp tongue, like a sandpaper, called a radula, and it bores a hole through, and then the clam is still alive, so it's closed, and then it secretes another acid and dissolves the clam, and then it can actually suck out, I call it clam chowder. And amazingly, they will also eat each other. So this one got eaten as well. So there are actually many, I call them drillers. There are quite a few different types of drillers out there, and that's one of them. And I also have in my box some shark teeth. They're not mollusks, but a lot of people do like to look for them on the beach, so I like to let people know they're out there. So I hope you enjoyed our series from Shell and Beach Walks on common shells of the Gulf Coast. And come and take a Shell and Beach Walk, shellandbeachwalks.com. It was great having you. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye-bye.